As always, your boy's been playing some cool indie games lately, and I don't believe in hoarding the goods for myself, so I'm going to share with y'all 7 indie games that I've been playing lately that I think you should check out, or at the very least, put on your wish list. So let's get right into it. First, let's talk about Mark of the Deep, and shoutouts to Keymailer and Mad Mimic Games, who actually hooked me up with a key for this, and I recently finished it, so I had to put it on the list. Now, this is part action-adventure, part Metroidvania, a little bit of a Souls-like sprinkled in, but you play as a pirate named Rookie, whose ship ends up getting wrecked, and he finds himself on this mysterious island, and he and the crew, who he has to get back together, are trying to figure out the secrets of the island, but they're trying to get the crew together so they can get up out of there, because there's a lot going on. Now, you're going to have a lot of exploration to do, plenty of places to go, decent combat. You're going to be finding little side weapons and trinkets that can give you these upgrades, lots of bosses to fight. Navigation was a pain in this game, I'm not going to lie. That was my main critique, because there's no map, and so the layout of some of these areas was very confusing. But this is very similar to a game like Death's Door, and some people see this and think Hades, but this is much more in line with a game like Death's Door. But yeah, solid game overall. If y'all want to see me do a full review of this, let me know in the comments, and I'll go ahead and cook that up for y'all. But I had a pretty solid time with this, and even with its flaws, and there are more of them that I won't get into right now, but even with its flaws, I would still recommend this. I think it's a good enough game that you should definitely check it out. And there's a demo to it, so you can play the demo and get a feel for it, and you'll see if you like it or not. But yeah, Mark of the Deep, pretty solid game. Go give this one a look. Now, anybody who knows me knows that I don't play a lot of turn-based RPGs, but I've been playing one called Beyond Galaxyland, and I've been really enjoying this. It's been a very refreshing change of pace from what I normally play. Shoutouts to Lurkit and developer Sam Enright, who hooked me up with the code for this. But in Beyond Galaxyland, you play as this guy named Doug and his talking guinea pig, Boom Boom, and you travel the galaxy. You're going to different planets, and you're basically trying to find a way back home. Now, there's more going on than that, but this isn't a full review, so I'm not going to get into the whole story, but I'm really enjoying the story so far. This has a lot of charm to it. Love the different characters you can talk to. Love the pixel art. The soundtrack is fire. The turn-based combats is pretty good, man. It's a little more active than normal. You can do like defensive blocks as well if you time your button right, and it makes it a little more engaging. But I really just enjoy this aspect of just going to these different planets. I'm at the part in the game where the game's really opening up, and you can just travel to different planets, and every planet kind of has like its own story, its own lore. You got different people you're gonna meet, different enemies to fight, and I've been having a lot of fun with this, man. This game has a lot of heart into it, so I think I'm just gonna do a full review of this when I finish it. But I've been thoroughly enjoying this. So if you like turn-based RPGs, and I'm saying as somebody who doesn't play these like that, but if you like turn-based RPGs, you definitely need to give Beyond Galaxyland a look. Alright, so the next game I want to talk about is Reignbreaker. Now, shoutouts to Lurkit and Studio Fizbin, who hooked me up with a code for this. I've been getting a lot of codes lately. I've just been playing stuff. But Reignbreaker, you're going to see, it looks a lot like Hades. And yes, this one is actually very similar to Hades. This is a roguelike, heavy Hades influence, but it still has enough of its own charm that I can enjoy it as its own thing. And honestly, it's fun. And this is very budget friendly. This game's only $9.99. And I would also recommend, if you can, get the bundle with Source of Madness on Steam. That is currently on sale for $3.51, at least at the time of this recording. Source of Madness is also pretty underrated roguelike. But Reignbreaker is a steampunk roguelike. You play as Clef, who's trying to escape this whole little steampunk world that they're in. And they're trying to overthrow the queen, who's out here just controlling people via like this radio frequency or this television broadcast. Not sure what it is. I haven't finished this game yet. But I've been playing it for a pretty good amount of time, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. The main kind of gimmick or stick in this game is Clef has a javelin, and the javelin is the main weapon, which you can't spam because it does overheat, but there are like different kinds of javelins with different effects that you can pick up, and you can hit people with the javelin, you can shoot them with it, you can drop it from the ceiling in like a slam move. They have one called the boomstick that's like a shotgun. They have javelins that explode. And like I said, some of them have different effects on them. Different, of course, it's a roguelike, all kinds of little upgrades and perks that you can get. Typical roguelike things, but, geared more towards the javelin. But Clef also does have other combos and combat away from the javelin that can be done. So, yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with this, man. This is, it's very straightforward, very straight to the point. If you like roguelikes, you'll like this. If you just want something that's just fun, and you just generally enjoy roguelikes, I think Reignbreaker will be something for you. The most interesting game on this list by far is Mindlock the Apartment. Now, shoutouts to Roofcut Media. They actually reached out to me with the key for this a long time ago, and I'm just now getting around to playing that. I actually played this on my Twitch stream the other day for the first time, and I don't normally play point and click games, but boy, has this one been something. You play as this dude named Colin, this young 22-year-old who looks about 35 in the face because of stress, but Colin has a lot of weird stuff going on in his apartment. His life is in shambles, and this game seems like it's kind of like a metaphor of him trying to piece his life back together. Lots of dry humor, but also mixed in with some introspection and some real like honesty. It's just kind of wrapped up in this kind of dry humor kind of way. But this game is very surreal. It's very weird. The puzzles are very strange. Some of them also, they require some really abstract solutions. Now, I only played this for about 3.5 hours, and I had a couple puzzles that really stumped me, but I've been having a lot of fun with this. Like I said, I don't normally play point and click games, but this one has been really interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes. I'm gonna just keep playing this until I finish it, because I don't think this game is very long. But yeah, if you like point and click games, you want something that's a little left field, yeah, Mindlock the Apartment, this might be one you want to check out. If you're someone who enjoys reading and you want to check out a choose your own adventure kind of game, then you should check out my text-based game, Conundrum Collection, which is available on itch.io. It is comprised of 2 short stories that offer multiple dialogue pathways and, most importantly, multiple endings, which depend on the choices that you make throughout the story. So if that at all sounds interesting to you, check out the link below. Conundrum Collection is available exclusively on itch.io. Now, Dead Cells doesn't need an introduction. I don't even need to tell y'all a lot about this game. This is recognized along with Hades as one of the best roguelikes ever created. But I'm actually like just now kind of sinking my teeth into this game. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm trash at this game. I'm pretty bad at it. But I'm finally sinking my teeth into it. It's finally starting to click with me a little bit. But no, I've been having a lot of fun playing this. I had a really good run the other day, and I died in the most tragic way possible. I got killed by an environmental hazard. An enemy didn't even kill me. I fell from a ladder and got hit by like a spinning spike ball thing. I'll put the video up. Boy, I was so pissed. But no, I've been playing some Dead Cells. If you're like me and you have not got around to playing this yet, this game is really good, man. It's a lot of fun. Lots of different weapons, man. I'm still trying to like settle in on like what I really want my build to be and like what weapons I feel like are my favorite. I'm still kind of trying to figure that out. But yeah, I had to throw this in here because I have finally been playing this. I had this gifted to me a long time ago by one of my Twitch followers, and I'm finally like really sinking my teeth into it. But yeah, Dead Cells has been a lot of fun, so I wanted to throw this on the list. If you like roguelikes and you have not played this yet, this is pretty much known as a classic. So yeah, shout outs to Dead Cells. One day I'll be good at this game, but it just has not happened yet. But shout outs to Dead Cells. So the next game I want to talk about is Metal Eden. Now this was developed by Rycon Games. If I'm pronouncing that right, I might be pronouncing it wrong, but these are the same devs who did Ruiner, which was a fire twin stick shooter that you should check out if you have not. But Metal Eden is a sci-fi themed first person shooter, and this is basically like a love child between Doom Eternal and Ghost Runner. It is really fast paced. You're going to be running, jumping, dashing, shooting. You got lots of different guns, or good variety of guns you can use. You got pistols, machine guns. I found a shotgun later in the demo. You can melee. You can steal the cores of the little mechanical enemies, and you can either throw the core at them, or you can charge it up and do like a strong punch with it. And nah, man, this is a lot of fun. If you just want a fast-paced first-person shooter, this is the way to go, man. This was a ton of fun. You play as this unit named Asuka, who's going to some city named Mobius to find some cores. There was some stuff going on in the story. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't pay a lot of attention to it. I was just having a lot of fun running, jumping, and shooting, and running off walls. This was great. I had a lot of fun with this. I'm looking forward to the full game. Yeah, I just bring back single player first person shooters. I am here for this. This was a blast. This is just a nice shot of adrenaline that I needed. And yeah, if you want a nice single player FPS game, you like Doom Eternal, you like Ghost Runner, check out Metal Eden. Play the demo on PS5. I think you'll enjoy this one. For my fans of action adventure games and Metroidvanias, let me introduce you to Mandragora Whispers of the Witch Tree. Now, this is a action adventure game with some heavy dark fantasy vibes. You play as an inquisitor who gets sent out to do the king's bidding, so you got to go do what the king says, but there's also this witch that is whispering to you, and she wants you to do things, so that's a whole part of the story. Now, this is a demo that I played on PS5, so the full game will actually be out by the time you are watching this video. It'll be out on April 17th. But yeah, there's a lot going on with this world. There's a lot of people to talk to outside of combat. Lots of side banner. Voice acting is well done. Combat is pretty simple and straightforward. Strong attack, regular attack, roll, parry. You kind of know what's going on, but there's also a lot to do with crafting and upgrades. There's a whole skill tree, and it seems like a game that's going to have a lot to do with upgrades and creating a more powerful character. And it feels like this is going to get really expensive. This is going to be one of those games that I'm going to get overwhelmed with and probably just pick the same 3 weapons. You'll notice in the footage I'm not doing a whole lot of different stuff. I'm kind of sticking with what I know. But no, I had a lot of fun with this, even in just a few hours I played with the demo. Like the enemies, like the few little boss fights that I got in so far were fun. So yeah, this is going to be one to definitely keep an eye on if you enjoy these kinds of games. I think Mandragora Whispers of the Witch Tree, this might end up being a banger, so put this at least on the wish list and maybe check it out at a later time. But yeah, Mandragora Whispers of the Witch Tree, this is definitely one that you're gonna want to keep an eye on. Now, we love indie games on this channel, and I got plenty more indie recommendations. In fact, not too long ago, I did another video just like this with 7 interesting indie games that I've been playing. I will leave a link to that below if you want to check that out so you can find some more indie gems. But that is all I got for today's video. My name is Serial Sensei. Y'all stay safe, y'all stay hydrated, and I will catch y'all on the next video.